Hello friends, myself Surinder Mohandeep from GN College Narangbal. In this video, I am going to prove Rolle's theorem and discuss two examples on it. Further, I had used GeoGebra to give geometrical significance of the result. So let us prove Rolle's theorem. It states that if fx is a real valued continuous function defined on a closed interval AB such that fx is differentiable in the open interval a comma b and f of a is equals to f of b, that is the value of the function is equal at the endpoints of the interval, then there exists at least one point c in the open interval ab such that f dash c equals to 0. That is, there is at least one point in the interval a comma b, that is the point is greater than a but less than b, where the derivative of this function is 0, or we can say the tangent at the point c to the curve y equal to fx is parallel to the x-axis. So let us see how to prove. Case 1, if fx is a constant function, then f dash x is 0 everywhere, so the result is obvious. Case 2, if fx is not a constant function in the closed interval ab. Now we are given that the function is continuous in the closed interval ab. Therefore, by maxima minima theorem, fx is bounded and attains its bounds in the closed interval ab. That is, both greatest lower bound of the function fx as well as least upper bound of the function fx exists in ab, and there are some points c and d in this interval where these bounds are attained, that is f of c is equals to small m, f of d equals to capital M, where small m is greatest lower bound, capital M is least upper bound. Now we are given in the statement that f of a equals to f of b, and this function is not a constant function, so therefore either small m, that is greatest lower bound, or capital M, that is the least upper bound, will be attained at a point C which is greater than A and less than B. That is, the point C lies above A and below B. Because otherwise, if FA is say small m and FB is capital M, because f of a equals to f of b, it means small m is equals to capital M, so therefore the function is constant, and which is not the case. So therefore either small m or capital M is different from a or b, so we take a point C in the open interval AB where either m or capital M is attained. So without loss of generality, suppose f of c equals to the small m, that is the greatest lower bound. Now we are given that fx is differentiable in the open interval AB, so it is differentiable at the point C also. It means the left hand derivative at the point C is equals to the right hand derivative at the point C. Now limit h tends to h tends to 0, h greater than 0, f of c minus f of c divided by minus h. This is less than or equal to 0 because this f of c is small m. This is the greatest lower bound. It means this numerator is non-negative because this is the value of greatest lower bound. So f of c minus h may be greater than or equal to f of c. So this numerator is non-negative but the denominator is negative. So left hand derivative at the point C is less than or equal to 0. Similarly, right hand derivative is greater than or equal to 0, but the function is differentiable at the point C. Therefore, f dash of c equals to 0, which proves the result. Now we do two examples. In the first example, f of x is sin x in the interval 0, 2 pi. So being sine function, it is continuous in the closed interval 0 comma 2 pi. Being sine function, it is also differentiable in the open interval 0 comma 2 pi. F of 0 is sine 0 equal to 0. F of 2 pi sine 2 pi, this is equal to 0. That is f of 0 equals to f of 2 pi. So this function satisfies all the conditions of Rolle's theorem. So by Rolle's theorem, there exists at least one C in the open interval 0 comma 2 pi where f dash c is 0, means f dash c means cos c, because the derivative of sine is cos. So cos c equal to 0. So either c is pi by 2 or 3 pi by 2. So there are 2 points pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2 where this Rolle's theorem is satisfied. Second example, f of x is mod x in the interval minus 1 1. So being modulus function, it is continuous in the interval minus 1 1, but we know that the derivative of mod x is x over mod x, which does not exist at 0 because division by 0 is not allowed. It means function is not differentiable in the open interval minus 1 comma 1. So therefore Rolle's theorem fails to hold. Now we solve these two examples geometrically. The first example was fx equals to sin x. So this is the graph of the function y equals to sin x. So we are going to discuss this theorem in in the interval 0 to 2 pi. So take a point 0 here, the point A, and then point. So we are going to discuss about the applicability of Rolle's theorem for the function fx equals to sin x in the interval 0 to 2 pi. So we take any point C here, we take any point C. Now we draw a tangent to the curve at this point. So this is the tangent at this point. Now I am rotating this point on the boundary of the curve. So as we move this point from A, that is 0 to, slowly and slowly. So this is the point C equal to pi by 2. C equal to pi by 2 is the point where the tangent is parallel to x-axis. That is the value of the derivative of this function is 0 at this point C. This is pi by 2, nearly 1.57. And there is no other point in the interval 0 to pi where this tangent is parallel to x-axis. And as we move from pi to 2 pi, so this is the point 3 pi by 2. This is nearly 4.71 where the tangent is parallel to x-axis, and there is no other point between pi and 2 pi where this tangent is parallel to x-axis. That is, there are only 2 points here, 1.57, this is pi by 2, and this is 3 pi by 2, 4.71 nearly, where the tangents are parallel to x-axis, which shows that the Rolle's theorem is applicable at 2 points. That is the value of C. We got two values of C, where the tangent is parallel to x-axis. Now we consider the second example, fx equals to mod x. So this is the graph of the function fx equals to mod x in the interval -1 and 1. So we take a point -1 and here a point 1. So we will show that there is no point between -1 to 1, that is from A to B, where the tangent is parallel to x-axis. So what we do, we take any point C on this curve between A and B, and now we draw a tangent at this point C to this curve. Now we will move this point C along the boundary from -1 and 1, and we see there is no point, where the tangent is parallel to x-axis, which shows that Rolle's theorem fails to hold for the function fx equals to mod x in the interval -1 and 1. Thank you friends for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed the content and understood it